What's good, YouTube? This is your girl, model Betty Jean _ on Instagram. And you already know the YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe option. That way you know every time I post a video. This video is going to be a little different only because it's the winter season and we already know what time it is. It is the skier, snowboarder's dream. Voila. So here I am to discuss the beginner do's and don'ts of snowboarding skiing season. That way you know what you need to do and what you don't need to do in order to have a successful season. So I am here to discuss once again the do's and don'ts of having a successful snowboarding season. All right, what you need is very important, so you want to discuss the basics. So we want to make sure that you guys stay warm, dry, and also have a good time during the snowboard season. So first we want to start out by saying that nothing ruins a snowboarding trip faster than not being dry and dressed properly. So we want to start out by saying that you want to make sure you have the correct gear, you want to make sure you have the correct board, the correct boots, the correct bindings, and we want to make sure that you are safe during this winter season. I want to let you guys know that during the winter season, when you're first learning how to ski or snowboard, you are going to fall. So don't think that you're just going to go out there and you know exactly what you need to do. That isn't the case. So sometimes you are going to fall. You're going to have snow on your bottom. You're going to be cold. You're going to be frustrated. But I guarantee you, if you stick to it, you are going to love the sport. If you want to check out certain YouTube channels as far as snowboarding and sledding or skiing, as far as winter sports, you can always go on YouTube. YouTube is the best way to find out information. You will watch videos, you will educate yourself. That way you know what to expect when you go out there on the slopes. A lot of ski resorts, snowboard resorts do have bunny hills, so they're not going to have you directly go to the advanced session of it. So if you're just learning, there are opportunities for you to build your skills, and there are trainers and snowboard instructors that will be able to assist you be better in what you want. Again, this is a community of people. We embrace everyone. Not everyone is perfect, so just know that you are going to fall, and that's okay. I mean, I've been in here doing it for 3-4 years and I still fall, especially in a lift, but that's okay. But just know that once you get the hang of it, it's going to be fun, rewarding, and this is something you're going to want to bring your friends and family along to join in on the sport. The first item you guys will need on your snowboarding skiing journey, you will need board and bindings. And I'm going to show you here. This is my personal setup. I have a Paradise board by Capita, and I also have the Burton step-in bindings. But just know, when you are going snowboarding or skiing on a resort, they do have places where you can rent your skis, or you can wear your snowboard, and they automatically come with the bindings depending on what size you wear. I have step-in bindings, which are a little bit more on the pricier side. Again, I've been doing this for 4 years now, so I'm a little bit more advanced as far as snowboarding goes. But again, I do have my moments where I trip and fall, and that's okay. So you want to make sure you have the proper setup for your board. And I want to make the board, I'm going to stand the board next to me, that way you have an idea of how tall your board needs to be. It needs to be neck length as far as your chin. It needs to be here. That way you know you have the correct size board. You can go to your local ski company where you are able to rent your board and binding skis and bindings and everything and boots for the season. They will let you know if they have your size. I mean, a lot of states do have local ski companies where you can rent these items, but we want to make sure that you have the correct size board, the correct size bindings, the correct size boots. So again, that is my setup. And the next thing you want to make sure you have is your boots. Here, I do have the Burton step-ins. Again, these are step-in boots. Not a lot of work. You just step in, click your foot, and once you hear the clicks, you are in. We want to make sure with the boots you have the correct size, because if you don't have the correct size boots, it's going to be a very uncomfortable experience for you. And we want to make sure that you have the right size, that way your feet are not getting numb, that way your feet are not cold. So we always want to make sure we check out our size. Again, this is very important. We want to make sure that you guys have the correct size and have the tools that you need to be successful and have a great time. We don't want this experience to be not fun for you, because again, it could be fun. You're out there with a bunch of people who literally don't know what they're doing starting out, but there are a lot of advanced people out there, and we don't want you to look at them and say, hey, well, why can't I do that? We want you to practice. Practice makes perfect. Again, and we want to make sure we're starting you out with the right tools necessary that you need. All right. Next, we want to make sure that you have a correct helmet. You want to make sure you have the best helmet that fits you. So I do have this here. You want to make sure that the helmet fits you, because your brain is the most important thing. Impact is very, very, it could be very, very tragic. And we want to make sure that nobody's suffering from concussions, even being hurt drastically when they fall. We want to make sure you have the correct helmet that fits your head properly. And we want to make sure it's strapped in properly as well. So again, your ski resort will have helmets for rent. So if you are just starting out and you don't want to purchase anything, and you don't know if you're going to come back, your ski company in your local resort that you are going snowboarding or skiing at will have helmets for rent for you. Okay, so you want to be mindful of that. You don't have to spend arm and a leg to get a helmet, boots, board, or bindings. Okay. All right. You want to make sure that you have goggles as well. I do have my pair of goggles here. We want to make sure that you have your goggles, because some days it's going to be snowy, some days it's going to be bright outside, some days it's going to be gloomy, and we want to make sure that you have the correct goggles with the correct lenses. Okay, and you want to make sure it fits your head properly. It's going to go on the outside of your helmet. I do not have my helmet on, as you can see my hair is not going to hold my helmet. We want to make sure that the goggles fit your helmet properly. Okay. As far as the clothing you will wear, we want to make sure that you are dressing for the weather. Some winter days are warmer than others. Some days are below zero, and we want to make sure that you dress properly. So for me, when I go snowboarding, I do have thermal top, thermal bottom, and I have leggings. So I'm going to show you guys what my thermal top and what my thermal bottoms look like. Here I have a North Face thermal set. I have the pants here. I have the pants, and I also have the top here. So I'm going to make sure I show you guys what it looks like. North Face has some good deals. So if you want to go North Face, they do have items that will protect you in the cold. I do have on this North Face hoodie, which will go over this thermal shirt. So you want to wear a t-shirt, this thermal set, and then you want to have on this lightweight sweater. It can be made of cotton, polyester. You can have a wool jacket underneath your coat. Okay, we want to make sure that we are protected and we are warm. On nicer days, you can just wear your thermals, leggings, t-shirt, and a sweater. And you can also wear your bib, which I'm wearing now. We want to make sure that everything fits properly and everything fits good. So I'm going to move that out the way, and I'm going to bring out my outerwear. This is my coat that I wear when I go snowboarding. So everything I'm wearing now is what I wear to go snowboarding. Okay. I do have my coat here. You want to make sure that your coat is lightweight and can withstand cold and wet weather. You do not want to go out and you're wearing jeans underneath your bib, or you don't want to wear too many layers and you're too hot. You want to make sure that you are comfortable in what you're wearing. Again, this is my coat that I also wear when I go snowboarding. It has a nice hoodie on here, and everything is water resistant. Water resistant is important because snow melts on us. When our body heat hits the snow, it automatically melts. So you do not want to be wet out there and it's cold. So I caution you to make sure that you have proper outerwear. That way you're not cold, you're not getting wet, and this doesn't make a miserable experience for you. Okay. All right, now for your socks. You do not layer 2 pair of regular socks. You need ski socks, snowboarding socks. So you have to go to your local ski company or online on Amazon and make sure you have the correct socks, because there are specific socks that you need for snowboarding and skiing. You cannot go out there with regular Nike socks, Adidas socks, or cotton socks. These socks are specially made for the cold, okay? And for our people who tend to get a little bit more colder than others, we do have hand warmers and sock warmers. So, and foot warmers, matter of fact. So me, I always carry a pair of toe warmers, and I always carry a pair of hand warmers, only because you never know how cold you'll be. You'll never know how cold it is outside. You don't know how you will adapt to weather. It's all on you. So Amazon does have toe warmers and foot warmers in case people are a little bit more prone to cold. Again, this is my setup for the snowboarding season. I hope this was helpful. If you are a beginner, please watch this video to have your haves and don't haves for snowboarding season. It's going to be a cold winter, and we want to make sure everyone has an enjoyable experience. My name is Model Betty Jean. Make sure you follow the like and subscribe option, and make sure you know when I will be posting another video. So please stay tuned. Again, this is a snowboarding video. Make sure you guys stay safe out. Have a good day. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Peace.